Hello, my name is Raymond Karczewski, and I am a living Christ. Don't be rattled by that statement, for I'm only telling you that the illusions that you perceive to be life are based on words, ideas, concepts. You no longer pay attention to the unfolding energy of truth that unfolds only in the moment, the eternal moment, without beginning and without end. You see, you're trained to live in your after moment, time bound intellect, the dead region of consciousness, which harbors ideas, memories, based in the after moment recollection of that fleeting eternal moment of now. That eternal moment of now, which knows no beginning or end, birth or death, is life. It's truth. It's love. Why do I say that? Because the energy is whole, complete, holy, holistic. Understand there are many words to speak of that undefinable energy of what is truth. That is the God that you speak about. Few of you speak of God because you live in your trained after moment intellect that can only harbor ideas, dead images. You're trained from birth by your parents, who then send you to school, and you are conditioned into a dualistic, illusory world, a world of past tense. You live in the past. You're dead. You're even known when you believe to you yourself to be living as a person. You understand that person is just a word, an idea, programmed into you by a fictional government based in birth certification. You were born. You were not birthed, you see. Birth is the beginning of a fictitious life. In response to a fictitious institution or institutions called government, called religion, called banking, called corporate, these are all based in your ideas. They do not exist in nature, in what is. You see, there are two lives that are operating parallel. One is the life of what is truth, love. The other is the after moment based programmable life of words, memories, laws, policies. Those are just words, fleeting words that have no jurisdiction over nature. Nature exists in spite of the words that we use. But when we worship and are confined to the universe of words, the parallel reality we call civilized life, those of you who have chosen to live that way, create your own hell by your own reactions. That's all you know is how to react. But you must be in a dualistic realm of confusion, of division, in order to react. You see it all around you. You see it in this video. You're reacting to this living man who is just a simple man of truth who lives in the moment of now. That makes him a living Christ. For Christ is nothing more than a simple man of truth. On the other hand, you all live in hell, and you worship intellectuals, professors, teachers, authoritative symbols of leaders such as presidents and kings, queens, who are just people, living people, but they have chosen to live the life of deceit, of deception, of confusion. In other words, they support a life of dualism. The you and the not you. That's where power is found. What am I describing? I'm describing the hell that all of you, listening to my voice, who have not learned the lessons that you were brought on this plane of consciousness to learn, you will react. You will react in fear. You will react in judgment. But you will react. What is that? A reaction. A reaction is symptomatic of a confused intellect who does not fully understand the moment that he is looking at. Because he's looking at his refined interpretations of words and ideas, such as what I am using right now. And I accept the fact that I must use words in order to communicate with you, and that puts me in the same hell that you are living in. But I am not based in words. I am based in awareness, that which transcends words and links with the eternal unfolding energy of truth, of what is, of life. I follow God's law. Now, what I've just said to you is a formula that you will understand in words, but you will not understand in fact. Understand? That is words that you're responding to. Instead of linking with the energy of this living Christ, this living man. So you're all dead. You're all persons. You agree. You consent to be persons. You contract that personage with institutions of power, which are satanic. You sell your souls, your living souls, to become living dead persons, inhabitants, occupants of hell. And you live that hell every day of your life. And you believe that to be normal. And you accept hell as being your normal state of consciousness. What have you not condemned yourself to eternal suffering, confusion, pain, harm, violence? You are honest with yourself. Honest means non-dualistic, the state of truth expressing itself. You will understand that that is what God is, the Creator. Not the word that defines Creator, but it is the direct energy of the unnameable fact of life itself unfolding truth. That's as simple as life is, and all, damn near all of you, do not understand that. You're content to worship words, to worship people who speak those words. Those are celebrities. Those are politicians, world leaders. They're all satanic because they're based on words and ideas and concepts that you must learn. It must have been driven into you through repetition, which is mind control. You're all under mass mind control. It follows you throughout your fictitious life until you die. And I say fictitious because it's not real. Life and death is symptomatic of a time-bound, memory-based, word-worshipping intellect. You know them when they say things like, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God. Understand how simple that was? You leave the world of non-duality instantly in order to belong, to believe, to worship the idea of God, the Word, God. That is your ignorance. And I do not say that to hurt your feelings, but that's what I do. I hurt feelings. I've been hurting feelings for 25 years in speaking the truth on the internet. It is impossible for this living Christ not to bring you to your limitations, the point of your ignorance, your lack of understanding the holistic what is. So you worship the idea, the limited representation, definition of what is. That is civilized life. That is hell. Oh, you feel it every day of your life. You feel the pain, the limitation, the inability to transcend the walls that keep you ignorant, that keep you limited, that present the division which separates you from other living men and women. And what does that produce in your life? Violence, confusion. Hell, isn't it? Are you capable of admitting that to yourself? I say most of you are not. And that is why you are disturbed by the simple truth spoken by this living Christ. I threaten the entire existence of the fictitious world created by the satanically ruled, time-bound intellect. My energy is different. Oh, not different in the sense of definition, because you're capable of creating any definition that would be in contrast with the holistic energy of this living Christ. And I accept that. But that's your problem, not mine. It doesn't affect me when you display just how ignorant you are of the holistic truth of what is. Understand, if you lived in that balance of the subconscious mind and your satanically ruled conscious intellect, you would be living a different life, a holistic life, heaven on earth, instead of the present hell that you recreate every moment, every after moment, that you run away from the truth of the eternal moment of now and choose to live in a fictional world. Oh, you love storytelling. You love books. You love words. That's your world. Understand? And they are all fictitious. They're all illusory. War is illusory. Crime is illusory. Because you have a choice. And if you have a choice, that choice is illusory. It is only when you actually transcend that limited level of intellect and enter into the infinite region of what is the subconscious mind. That is where actions create the quality of life, the quality of action. You leave the fictional world of thought and you operate in the moment of truth, the moment of now. You have that within you, each of you, but you create the quality of your life by your choices. And those choices are only based in intellect, because it's dualistic. Otherwise, there'd be no choice. There will only be the unfolding of what is love. And that's what you all strive for. But you see, when you're striving for the image of love, of life, of truth. And the image is never that which it represents. And therefore, you're serving hell. Hell on earth. You are the creator of hell, your personal hell on earth. And you have extreme confusion, pain, suffering, limitedness, and you wish to leave that. And your choice of that is to escape. But what do you escape into? You see, there is no escape into what is. There is only an escape into the idea of what is, and that's hell again. So you keep recreating your own hell and thinking you're escaping through positive imagery, through flattery, through stroking one's ego. Ego is nothing more than a time-bound intellect that you believe yourself to be. You name yourself. You give yourself a name. That name is the name of a personage, for you are well beyond that. You are infinite. You are God. I am God. We are one. When you come to that point of non-dualism, of oneness, you understand that which is beyond the limited region of words, the intellect. The intellect is the creator of hell. And you worship the intellect. You go to school to hone your intellect, to find the power of words. Listen to your news media. It's all based on words. It has no basis in truth. You're all living a lie. When you are living an illusion, you are living a lie. And you must conform to that lie. And that conformation makes you a Satanist. A living, dead, zombified Satanist. And you seek to have power within that hellish environment. That's your life. That's what you have made of your life. That's what most of you fear, the energy of this living Christ. And you attempt to destroy. You can't destroy truth. You can't destroy this living Christ. The satanic authorities have tried that. The media has tried that. The internet has tried that, to the point where they create the lie that I am dead. But as you can see, I'm very much alive. And alive with the energy that you cannot dispute. When you argue with this living Christ, you're arguing with yourself, your own confused, conflicted intellect, the ideas that have been trained into you, that you find that they are not true. Otherwise, you would not be confused. You understand? You would be living in the what is. But clearly, you are not. That is the proof that each of you, if you are open to understanding what truth is, can see. But if you are closed-minded, if you are programmed, if you are limited, as billions and billions of you are, you live in the world of illusion and are subject to wars, to the manipulation by a few men who control your minds through mass mind, satanic mind control. That you volunteer, you consent to go to foreign lands, not America, and you kill, and you rape, and you pillage, and you steal. But you call that patriotic. That's what armies are. They're the muscle for satanic, power-oriented, manipulative leaders, leaders of industry, leaders of the government, leaders of religion, leaders of banking, leaders of the corporate structure. All of them are fictions. All of them are temporary. All of them pass away when you pass away. You, the illusion, the ego, which dies with the body and the mind, all of which are material processes. You are not, you don't know your spirit. You don't know your soul, for they are beyond your intellect. And that's what you're trying to achieve. When you come on this plane of existence, you are thrust into a dualistic world, and you begin your trek into the spiritual realm of what is, of truth, of life, of God, of creation. That's your true life. And most of you will argue with that with words, saying, it's just an idea, another idea. And that's how you perceive it. It's a definition. You're caught by your words, and you're controlled by your words. But there is a life beyond definition, and you call that nature. And then you judge that nature as being inferior to the superior realm of intellect. You're all backward. You're a worshiper of lies, of deception. The president is a fictitious title. The king, the queen, they're also fictitious titles. And you believe those fictitious words because you live in the fictitious words, a world of words. It begins with the phrase, in the beginning, there is a word, and the word is God. That's the false image. that you leave the subconscious mind for in order to achieve an intellectual, dualistic arena of separation, division, and conflict. Well, you get what you create, and then you complain about it, which causes you to attempt to create other realities equally dualistic. So you never leave that dualistic realm of hell because you don't understand who you are. You are beyond your intellect. And the sooner you understand that, that will bring you the heaven on earth, the what is, the truth, the love, the non-duality that unfolds in every moment of holistic truth. Now, have you got it? Can you get it? Or are you so full of self-recriminations and self-definitions, of confusion of your own chattering intellect, that you cannot be quiet enough to invite truth into your life? For that's the only way that you can leave the hell of your own doing. You must enter quietness and observe, see, be at one with what is the truth. Otherwise, you're still defining. You're conforming. You're resisting. You're reacting. You're arguing. You're fighting. You're killing. You commit crimes. You're involved in exploitation, either as the victim or the victor. There's no in between for you. You're one or the other. And most of you, the vast, vast majority, are victims because you have no control over yourself. Control is required only in the dualistic realm of intellect. There is no control in the non-dualistic. It is what is. But you must be quiet for that. You must enter the state of meditation. Stop the chattering of the intellectual mind and be free. Free. Sovereign. Have no authority but that of truth. And then you find that you are the truth. You are the creator of your life. What's another word for that? You are God. When that happens, you understand you are in your non-dualistic realm of consciousness, but you are in balance with the satanically ruled intellect, which creates power, which creates illusion by definition, by words. That's what you're here to learn on this plane of existence. And you're all trapped by your intellect. That makes you dumb. Now, did I insult you? Or did I tell you the truth, which you resist with all of your might, and you define my truth to you, my gift of truth to you, as an insult? Why? Your feelings were hurt. Your ego was touched. Your false illusion of yourself was exposed by such simple words of truth. That's ignorance. And if you fight to maintain that ignorance, that just makes you stupid. Well, did I insult you again, or did I tell you the truth? Meditate on that. Be quiet. And you will understand every word that this living Christ tells you effortlessly, because you will have transcended your intellectual hell. Can you do it? That remains to be seen.